In 1921, the President of the United States, Warren G. Harding, and the Secretary of State, Charles Evans Hughes, suggested a significant proposal to countries around the world. It was proposed that all nations should reach an agreement to stop from constructing warships for a decade. Furthermore, they urged significant naval powers to dispose of a considerable number of their current war vessels. The purpose of this agreement was to decrease the quantity of weapons and encourage disarmament. At that time, Americans wished to refrain from engaging in international affairs. France and Britain encountered financial challenges due to their substantial debts from World War I. The economies of those nations were insufficient to reimburse the borrowed funds. In 1922, the U.S. Congress implemented the Fordney-McCumber tariff to safeguard American businesses against foreign competition. The imposition of this tariff posed a significant challenge for France and Britain in terms of marketing their products in the United States. Due to the tariff, France and Britain exerted pressure on Germany to compensate for the damages incurred during the war. Regrettably, the economy of Germany was also debilitated and incapable of fulfilling these payments. To avoid another war and tackle this problem, a banker named Charles G. Dawes created a proposal called the Dawes Plan. The Dawes Plan involved the lending of money from the United States to Germany, which was then used to repay Britain and France. Subsequently, the United Kingdom and France utilized the funds to reimburse the United States. This agreement aided in stabilizing the financial situation among the countries involved and prevented any potential conflicts. During his presidency, Warren G. Harding, who served as the 29th President of the United States, encountered several difficulties that were linked to his selection of cabinet members. It is noteworthy that some of his appointments were not problematic. Certain individuals, namely Charles Evans Hughes, Herbert Hoover, and Andrew Mellon, have made valuable contributions to the nation and accomplished noteworthy feats. On the other hand, some members of Harding's cabinet lacked the necessary skills and integrity for their positions. Some people were members of a clique called the Ohio Gang, comprising the president's intimate associates with whom he played poker. Regrettably, this intimate connection with the president frequently resulted in dubious judgments and misconduct. The Teapot Dome scandal was a significant case of corruption that occurred during Harding's presidency. This controversy pertained to state-owned property that contained valuable oil deposits. Albert B. Fall, who served in Harding's cabinet, covertly granted leases for the land to two oil companies. He was subsequently convicted of accepting bribes. The Teapot Dome scandal had a significant negative impact on Harding's presidency and exposed the level of corruption within his administration. Regrettably, Warren G. Harding passed away unexpectedly in 1923, and Calvin Coolidge took over the presidency. In 1924, Coolidge was elected to his own term as president. During the 1920s, there was a period of economic growth, which resulted in people having more disposable income to spend. The idea of consumerism, which entails obtaining goods, had a noteworthy impact on boosting the economy. A significant change that occurred during this time was the widespread use of electricity, which had a notable impact throughout the nation. Residences started to be furnished with diverse appliances that facilitated daily chores and enhanced productivity. This technological progress greatly affected society, especially regarding the roles of women. With the availability of labor-saving devices, more women were able to work outside the home, contributing to the changing dynamics of the workforce. During this era, advertising was very important. Its goal was to attract people who wanted to look young, attractive, and wealthy by using psychological tactics. Consequently, brand names gained widespread recognition and established a national presence, which impacted consumer preferences and buying habits. In the 1920s, most Americans felt confident about the prevailing prosperity. Numerous enterprises seemed to be prospering and amassing substantial riches, while the stock market attained unparalleled heights. Despite the appearance of prosperity, there were underlying issues and challenges. Initially, the business sector's health was not as strong as it seemed. As employees became more productive and efficient, companies grew in scale. Major corporations are involved in the acquisition or merger of smaller ones. Regrettably, the expansion of businesses resulted in a notable income gap, where managers received considerably higher salaries than the workers. Moreover, some sectors such as mining firms, railways, and agricultural lands faced economic challenges during this period. Furthermore, There was a notable rise in consumer debt. As the economy grew and people sought to obtain goods, many individuals incurred debt. The increase in consumer debt could create difficulties and weaknesses for both individuals and the economy as a whole. During the 1920s, most Americans were confident because of the apparent prosperity of the time. Numerous enterprises seemed to have achieved great success, and the stock market attained unparalleled levels. Nevertheless, this apparent success masked some underlying problems. Initially, the general well-being of the business industry was not as strong as it appeared. Although workers improved their productivity and helped businesses grow, there was an uneven distribution of wealth among them. There were income disparities due to the fact that managers and executives earned considerably more money than the workers. In addition, some industries such as mining, railroads, and farms encountered financial difficulties and had a hard time prospering during this era. Secondly, there was a significant increase in consumer debt. To maintain the rising production of goods, businesses depended on motivating consumers to buy products through installment plans that required borrowing money. This feature enabled the customers to make payments in small installments, which helped them to afford more purchases over a period of time. Banks made this possible by offering loans with low interest rates. Advertising contributed to the promotion of buying on credit. Consequently, the general public started to spend beyond their means, resulting in the accumulation of debt.